Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for the Club World Cup final review. We are champions of the world, people. Do you understand what that means? Say that sentence in your head and say it back. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it? What a feeling. Finally, we've made it to this point where we can say it. We can go around to all the grounds, away or at home, and sing that we've won it all. We can sing champions of the world.
You've won it all.
Only two teams can say that in this country, and now us. Manchester United, Liverpool, and now Chelsea. That's the only three teams in this country that can say champions of the world. We've officially won it all. You know what I'm saying? It's not easily said. Not many men get to this competition. It's only our second time, and this time we took advantage and we took the dub. We took the W. And I'm so happy. I'm relieved. I don't care. We're going to talk about the shithousery in a second. And the fact that it was a little bit of a difficult game, or very difficult game. Went right to extra time, right to the wire. But we did predict that. And I'm actually kind of proud of our preview on this channel when we spoke about the game. Because we spoke about it with Filippo. Shout out to him, Tactical Manager TV. We got it spot on. My prediction was 2-1 in extra time. We spoke about the game. We spoke about how difficult it was going to be. We spoke about Palmerias, how they were going to push us all the way. They were going to be aggressive. They were going to look to transition, look to play on the counter. Saj spoke about their final that they played and how they weren't the better team. But again, they just know how to get through games, how to get results. And that's what they tried to do. They almost did it. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100 buckaroonies. They nearly took us to penalties. So close. And I have to give massive credit to them. A massive respect for them. They were brilliant and they made it a difficult final, and that's what we expected. We knew this weren't going to be a walkover if you watched the preview. We knew it was going to be difficult, and it wasn't really about playing beautiful football because it was stop-start, tackles flying in, fouls. But we just had to get the win. That's all that matters. Just pick up the trophy and keep it moving. Aspilicueta has now completed his trophy cabinet. He's got every trophy now. He's the only player that was here in the final defeat against Corinthians in 2012. He signed. That was his first season after the Champions League win. He wasn't part of that. And then now, all these years later, he picks up the trophy that he lost under Rafa Benitez back then. So, great moment for him. Mendy, 2 trophies in a week. AFCON with Senegal wins this as well, starts this game. A lot of controversy there in terms of Kepa or Mendy, who should play. I personally had Mendy because he's the better goalkeeper. Kepa could come on if we got to the penalties because he's the better shot stopper from penalty shootouts. Mendy, again, another trophy. Brilliant for him. Tuchel was late to the party. He missed Al Hilal, but he came back for this game. Managed to book a flight. Barely managed to even catch a flight. Obviously, he had to pass that PCR test. Pack a toothbrush and board and get here for this final, for this win. And he probably just gives us that extra 5-10% in big games like this. We need that extra bit from our manager. And we got it today on the sidelines. But we've won. And that's the main thing, people. Starting 11-wise, I was very interested to see what was going on because Hudson-Odoi started. I wasn't expecting that in my preview. Obviously, he played left wing back to start with in a free at the back formation. Again, we spoke about it. No Jorginho. You know how much I love Jorginho, but we took him out of our teams on the preview. Kova, Kante in the midfield to stop those transitions. We still dominated possession. We ended this game with 71% possession. So we still dominated because they really just didn't want the ball. Like, you could see it. They wanted to sit back. They wanted to be that team that hold, sit, in defense and then transition with Dudu on the left-hand side. He was causing loads of problems, and that's what they wanted. That's what they came to do, conquer, and they almost got it done. But we dealt with those transitions a lot better than maybe we would have, so that was good to see. Lukaku did start. Again, I haven't had Lukaku starting in so many games recently, but again, that preview for me, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to say, let's just put him in. Let's just put him in and he gets a goal. He gets the header. That's 2 goals in this competition in 2 games. We haven't been impressed with his performances since the interview, but he's contributed to us getting this trophy. It's a start. It's a long way to go. Long way to go, but it's a start. He gets the goal in the final. It was important. Now, it was a great header, great assist from Hudson-Odoi with the left foot. He was a little bit up and down today in terms of his end product. There was some overhit crosses for sure, but he does get the all-important assist, and that was similar maybe for the cross against Aston Villa. So we know he likes to be direct. Whether it actually comes off or not is that's another debate completely, but he at least wants to be direct. I thought the penalty that they got was fair. Thiago Silva's hand was in an unorthodox, unnatural position, you could say. So fair game. We concede the penalty and we concede, but we go to extra time, and that's where we start to dominate now. This team, Palmerias, they start to tire. You're not really seeing those same intentions with the transitions and the counters. They're not really as as strong in that sense. They're definitely playing for penalties now in both those halves in extra time. They're sitting deep, and eventually Chelsea just keep churning and going on, and then eventually we do manage to break them down. We had the strength in depth on the bench. You know, Werner comes on, he adds something. I thought he was good when he came on. He made an impact running down that left-hand side to the byline with cutbacks. Ziyech comes on. Pulisic also came on. Mason Mount obviously seemed to come off with an injury. So we had the depth. We had the players to come on, the strength in numbers, and eventually we managed to get through with, I'm not going to lie, a very controversial, somewhat lucky penalty. I do think it was a bit harsh. Mainly because you could say the hand was, again, in an unorthodox position, but I just think the range of the ball to hand, I think it's a bit harsh on them. But again, we don't care. We're shameless. Do you know what I'm saying? We're going to take the win. We don't care. You know, we don't care. It's just the way it goes. It's unfortunate for them. But I guess if you do defend for that long in half an hour in extra time, you do invite the team to have shots, deflections, and some sort of unlucky shit can happen to you. So it's unfortunate for them, but that's just the way the game goes. And obviously a sending off at the end as well for the foul on Kai. But I have to say, people, that if you watch that penalty for Kai, Azpilicueta, he grabs the ball and he makes out like he's going to take the penalty. He grabs the ball. He takes all of the pressure off Kai. And I saw Liam Tooney tweet this out, Athletic reporter afterwards, to say, and interviews with Olivia and Azpilicueta afterwards as well after the game, to say, I took the ball as Azpilicueta just so all the time delay, all the, you know, opposition players getting in his head, putting him off, they thought he was taking the penalty. And then when that was all over, just gave it to Kai. And Kai just comes and takes the penalty and puts it in the bottom corner and takes all the pressure off of him. Obviously, he had a little collision with the goalkeeper at times as well, who was a little bit of a bastard. I'm not going to lie. You could tell the shithousery was coming from him. He was really trying to get in people's heads, as you would expect. But again, the importance of this competition, I haven't understated it at any point. I hope you haven't either. I hope it means a lot to you that we did win this, because for me, a lot of people will downplay it. They'll say, it's just a friendly competition, Mickey Mouse competition. Listen, if you're not in it, you can't talk about it. That's the way I see it. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're not in it, then don't speak on it, because you've never experienced it. You don't know what it's like. You haven't won in Europe to be talking about Club World Cup. Focus on the continent that you're in first, and then you can talk about the globe. So that's talk. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Yeah? I'm talking to you. Man, them will be talking about the world, but can't talk about the continent. Do the continent thing.
Oh, you be talking about the world.
Do the continent thing. Do the continent. We won the league before. We completed it.
Win your league.
As Jay from the In-Betweeners would say, completed it, mate.
Win your league.
Completed it, mate.
How can you be king of the world if you're not king of your home?
Have you completed it, mate? No.
We don't want
No, you haven't. You haven't.
We don't want
Do your business in your continent, and then you can talk about the world, okay? Second time's the charm. We fucked up against Corinthians in 2012, but we came back for this one. And it was a for me, I don't really even want to talk about any downers in terms of some performances not living up to what I wanted, because it's not what I don't really care. I don't really care. You know, it's just no one gives a shit. Thomas Tuchel, again, another victory in 1 year and a bit. He's won the Champions League, the Super Cup, now the Club World Cup. He's in the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. We're probably, slight underdogs going into that game. But again, I don't really care. I don't mind being underdogs. We was underdogs for the Man City for most people. And we won. So Carabao Cup final at the end of the month. We go again at Wembley. Do you know what I'm saying? The FA Cup's still there as well. And then if you say to yourself at the end of the season that you picked up 4 cups, which is difficult to do, but if we was to get that done, it'd be a great season. It's a lot of cups to collect. If you can't win the league, collect up the cups, and that's what we're trying to do. That's the aim. And then on top of it, just the icing on the cake, ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United dropping points again. Oh, it's just mwah! It's beautiful. It really is a thing of beauty to watch.
We both can agree. Yeah, we don't agree on much.
It is a beautiful to watch this team just decline right in front of our eyes. I'm sure in school we took a lot of heat. Man United fans patrolling the streets in school, patrolling the playground, talking about we won 08. Remember that dark day in Moscow? Premier League 3 in a row with Sir Alex. You deserve every bit of shit you're about to get.
Question is,
yeah?
How can you have one of the world's best and still be one of the world's worst?
It's beautiful. You deserve it all. Drink it in, because you'll never see. Well, you may see something like this again. You never know. We've seen the fall of Barcelona and Man United. Oh, Ronaldo, it's beautiful.
Ronaldo, I do believe, said, if I don't get top 3, I'm leaving at the end of the season.
But hey, let me not take too much shine off of it. That's just a little icing on the cake. Just a little focus on in the comments. A little bit of trolling.
Hat-trick?
No one cares. No one cares. But yeah, big win. Lukaku big goal for him. He needs to kick on. It seems like he's going to be starting every single game until the end of the season. So I know, and I'm going to speak on this very quickly. I did a tweet about it. The Snapchat nonsense before the game about the whole indirects or crypto Snapchats. I think that's between him and his girl. If there's one thing I'm going to do to stick up for Lukaku, the performances I've criticised, anything that affects the team and the preparation I've criticised. But let's not do it. Let's not go overboard, Chelsea fans. Crypto Snapchat, no one cares. No one cares about Snapchat. It's not going to affect the team. It didn't affect the team today. We're focused on the task. We did the job. We won. Don't go overkill now on Lukaku. Just focus on what he does on the pitch and what he does in terms of preparation. That's all we care about. Deliver the goals like he did today. Keep it moving. No one cares about Snapchat. No one cares about crypto messages. If he's broken up with his girl, to be fair, that is a big thing. You know, I know we don't like to remember. Yeah, but we don't like to. We like to pretend that these guys aren't humans. We need to remember that sometimes if you do break up with your girl at age 28, 29 and you thought you was going to marry her, that could take a big hit for your personal life and that can affect you. So that's the one thing I'm going to do to defend Lukaku today is that people going in on his Snapchat and trying to make a big deal out of it the day before the final. I personally didn't like that. Focus on the football. But like I said, people, I'm fucking delighted. Champions of the world. We've won it all. You'll never sing that. All them songs. Get them out. Get the gold confetti out. Do you know what I'm saying? Get the balloons out. Pop them, because this is it. The holy grail. Do you know what I'm saying? The biggest of the best. As Pep Guardiola said, the best team in the world.
Yes, he did.
That's what he said.
I hope we see you in the Champions League at the end of Champions League. Run it back. It's run it back season.
That's what Pep said. There was no sarcasm. He's not playing games in the media.
No, best team in the world.
Really means it. He really means it.
Best team in the world. Best team in the team.
Exactly.
I'm untouchable.
Yep, statistically, and now from Pep's eyes as well, that's all that matters, because whatever Pep says is correct. So big up your damn selves, smash up the icons, let me know you're man in the match, let me know how you're feeling, let me know how you're thinking, and I'll see you, man, in a bit. I'll be back tomorrow on Twitch and on YouTube as well, of course. In a bit, people. Peace. Big up your damn selves. Champions of the world, man. Let's do this. This is it. Yeah.